Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of our Feed the Beast Ultimate Reloaded series. Today we're going to be starting off with some Thaumcraft, continuing Thaumcraft actually. If you didn't see the last episode, I definitely recommend you go back and watch it. We went into the Forbidden Nether. No, it's not really forbidden, but we went into the Nether, got a pretty decent haul, found a fortress, all that good stuff. Got 32 diamonds from the Nether Diamond ore, which is great. And we also got this crucible built for Thaumcraft and started working towards Thaumcraft. We did a little bit of the oromancy stuff, and we made some night ore to light up our farm during the nighttime, which is actually looks like it's working pretty well. That's pretty good. And that will save the problem of lighting the inside of this. We need to make some more, but for now we're going to leave the torches just because I feel like it. But today we're going to continue some of that Thaumcraft, get a little bit further along because I want to get an infusion altar here soon. I think it will be very easy, very useful, not easy, but useful. Alchemical metallurgy? What is alchemical metallurgy? That is a theory we must need to grab. Oh, we can complete this. Look at that. Artifice, fundamentals, and oromancy. Alright. And I can observe the sun, apparently. Let's do that, because I haven't taken my thermometer to observing the sky. Can I look at the sun? No. It doesn't do anything. It might be that we need to, like it said, upgrade the thermometer. Caster's Gauntlet? That's weird. Atomic Energistics. Oh, that's interesting. We can make a terminal for ME system. That's cool. Okay, so then let's see, what are we doing? We're continuing with things. Oh, wait. Alchemy. Look at that. Here we go. Basic alchemy. There it is. Alchemical metallurgy. So we can start with alchemy if we want to. I want to continue oromancy since, well, Caster's Gauntlet is a lot. We'll read that in a minute, but... Oh, infusion. Observation, Arcane Infusion, and get Aurum and Precantatio. Well, let's complete this. Thus far, I have been applying V to objects as a matter of course. It is simple enchanting, much like is possible using an everyday enchanting table. I believe more is possible, however, by infusing objects with essentia. I should be able to artificially force them to take on properties and aspects of other objects, or even abstract concepts. Anyone can enchant an object with magic that lifts it into the air, but infusion should be able to imbue the object with lightness itself, making it part of its essential nature. Right, this gives us what the, no, it's not, mind. My experiments have been successful. I have been able to infuse simple objects with essentia, but the process is complex, difficult, and dangerous. I need to find a way to simplify it before I can truly delve into all the possibilities it holds. The experiments did have some practical results as well. I have also discovered a fabric that is soft, supple, and easy to enchant. I have designed patterns for a set of clothing made from this fabric. It will not only be comfortable and stylish, but while worn, it will reduce the V cost of certain types of thaumaturgical tasks. The clothing should also be easily dyeable, much like leather armor. All in all, I am quite pleased with what I have done here. Enchanted fabric is wool and string. Okay. So we can make thaumaturges, robes and stuff. Our V, does it replenish? 164. It seems like it might. We need to complete all of these in order to get Golomancy. But infusion, though, is something I want to learn with, yes, the Arcane Infusion right here. Nice. Oh, what? We completed this? Crucible Crafting Guide. Place crucible over heat source, fire, lava, nidor, or something similar. Add water and wait till it boils. Add ingredients with the essential you require, either by dropping them in or clicking with the item on the crucible's top face. Throw in catalyst. Things to note: shift right clicking with an empty hand will empty a crucible. Each crafting operation will consume some of the water, so I will have to replenish it now and again. Piping mechanics can be used for this. I can craft multiple items at once by adding sufficient essentia and using multiple catalysts. Essentia does dissolve over time, so I shouldn't wait too long before starting to craft. I wonder what the purple puffs of smoke means when this happens. Probably nothing to worry about. Essentia crystals should be fairly easy to craft. All I need is break down a quartz crystal into smaller shards to act as a growth medium. Simply dipping a shard into the crucible should soak up some of the essentia it contains and cause the crystal to grow. This won't be a particularly efficient way of doing things. It will probably cost at least twice the essentia that the crystal will end up containing, and there is the net loss of quartz, which is not always the easiest thing to find. Ooh, so we can make V crystals that have different types of... they're not the primal elements. Ooh. That's nice. Goodness. It's a lot. Quartz sliver. Okay. And we can dye nidor, which is interesting. Okay. Glass file, which we know how to make, is clay with redstone, with glass, just regular glass. Essentia filter. This would be used for something. I forget exactly what this is used for. Okay. Morphic resonator. I'm not sure what that's used for, but we can put a rare earth to use in that, but we need brass plates, which means we're going to have ourselves a fluoresce or something. I don't know how we make Thaumcraft brass plates, though. Alumentum, hedge alchemy, alchemical metallurgy. Okay. Basic infusion. I am now ready to begin crafting enchanted objects and tools. I have drawn up designs for some banners to decorate my lab. I can apply a file of essentia to them to have them display the essentia symbol. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Can make decorative banners and rings. Fancy belt. Diamond, gold, and what does that do for us? It's a bauble. Yes, but what does... Okay. Fancy ring is another bauble. Diamonds and gold nuggets. Another bauble, amulet, string, golden ingot, and diamond. Mundane belt. Mundane ring and mundane amulet. With brass instead of... Okay. Interesting. Arcane paving stones infusion. Arcane paving stones. Arcane stone has no innate magical properties of its own, but acts as a spell sponge of sorts. I should be able to add all manner of enchantments to them. Complete. Paving stone of travel. Ooh, by altering the magical structure of arcane stone, I am able to create a paving stone that adds new bounce to the step of anyone walking across it. Anything walking across it will have greater speed and agility for a couple of seconds. Barrier stone. And paving stone of travel. Nice. It just takes different V crystals. Okay. I have discovered a way of turning arcane stone blocks into mystical wards that will prevent most creatures from crossing them. It should be noted that these wards aren't always 100% foolproof, and they cannot prevent other players from entering an area, but they keep most common threats at bay. They will also prevent golems from crossing them. For best results, you need an unbroken line of them between the area you wish to protect and the outside world. An active redstone signal would disable this block. The color of the runes above the stone indicates its current status. Purple runes show that it is currently preventing something from passing through. Blue runes indicate it has been deactivated with a redstone signal. Red runes show that something is preventing it from fully warding an area, and a gap exists where something might be able to pass through. Interesting, interesting. Infusion. Arcane crafting and alchemy can go only so far. Something better is needed to create truly powerful mystical objects. I believe that it should be possible to infuse objects with essentia directly. You could, for example, infuse a stone with air, viz, and a feather, or V, and a feather, and it would result in a very light stone. At least, that is my theory. I need to do some theory crafting. Arcane infusion. Stone, feather, and phial of air essentia as well. Okay, so we need to get arcane infusion theory crafted. Make some more paper. And we are going to have to run out and get some more sugarcane. Hopefully we have, yeah. We'll need some more paper, so we're going to grab some. That's what I get for for digging out this whole area of its sand. Well, there's some in the water now. Let's grab the stuff that fell in. Alright. 25. I like it. Let us sleep. Wait a second. How did I get 25? That's impossible. So it would have been 2 per, which means I should have gotten either 24 or 26. How in the world did I do that? Unless I had 1 extra on me. Don't think so. So we're missing 1. We lost 1. We need to pick 1 up. Now, where is it? Unless it just didn't fully grow. Oh, that's why. I thought I only had 12 plants. I accidentally broke that one. Perfect. I was confused for a second. I was like, how in the world? Okay. More paper. We're going to stick all this paper in here because it's required. Okay. Create theory. Channel Cognitio Essentia. Set up a simple experiment to examine what happens when you channel Cognitio during infusion. Gain 25 infusion. By making assumptions on the results of infusing certain objects with essentia and then testing those results, valuable insights may be gained. You will learn much by combining Praecantatio essentia with Salus Mundus and then studying the result. Gain 14 essentia infusion. These are what we need. So I need Cognitio. How do I get Cognitio just in the file? Hold on, let me eat. So you have to use files in order to get essentia in them. I know how to make a file, but how do I get Cognitio essentia in a file? I'm not sure. Not sure. Let's see if the Thaumonomicon tells me. Is there a way of collecting essentia in files? Fundamentals. It might be an oromancy thing. Let's see what this says. Slowly but surely, I am beginning to understand the nature of V. So much is still hidden to me, but I think that I now know enough to begin molding it to my will. For this, I will need a tool, a very special tool. I've stumbled upon some dusty scrolls penned by a long-dead thaumaturge. It describes how to craft wands that are used to store and channel V. The insights I learned from these scrolls were useful, but the application seems so limiting. Wait, so there's no wands anymore? Ooh. Why trap V in a wand when it is all around you? Even the wand itself seems impractical to me. If you need something to grasp and shape the aura, should be something appropriate. Something like a glove. Ooh, so that's changed a lot, because I used to do the wand stuff, you know. Okay. Any old glove will not do. It will need to be handcrafted from the finest leather and laced with V conductive materials. Iron is a poor V conductor, but it is all I have available to me at this time. Luckily, there will be no mucking about with magical woods and so forth to store the V, but I will need some way of channeling V directly from the aura, a V resonator, if you will. I'll also attach a stripped-down thermometer to the glove so that I can monitor the local aura. Lastly, I will place a receptacle on the back of the glove. The scrolls mentioned using special crystalline foci to channel the V from the wands. The crystalline lattice shapes the V into different configurations to create all manner of useful effects. Brilliant, actually. It irks me that I did not think of it at first. Fortunately, I have already thought of several ways to improve the design, and the shape of the glove lends itself on manipulating the flow of V much more than the old-style wands could. Ooh, V resonator, iron plate, and nether quartz, caster's gauntlet, 3 iron, 4 leather, V resonator, and a thermometer. Ooh, okay, so we just need to make another thermometer, or we can use the one we have. It said we were supposed to be able to upgrade a thermometer, but I'm just gonna, I'm gonna use the one we have for now. Okay, so can we make just, like, how do Thaumcraft, how do Thaumcraft, now how does Thaumcraft expect you to make plates? Because if it's relatively simple, Thaumium plate, void metal plate, that's just the Thaumcraft stuff. Iron plate. Okay, well we can't. So we just need a regular iron plate from Thermal Foundation, which is in a compactor. Well, we were going to make a compactor here anyway. Metal press might be interesting to do, but that just takes so much. So we're just going to use a compactor. So we need to make a compactor, which is not all that difficult if I remember correctly. Just a bunch of copper, it seems like. Compact ore. Okay. Bronze. Copper. Piston. Okay, so yeah, like I said, not too big of a deal. And look at that, perfect amount of wood. I already had cobble in here, but that's okay. Out of space, oh well. And then over here we have redstone and iron. Alright, now we can make a piston easy. I don't know why I didn't grab the rest of the materials I need for this. Okay, there's a piston. We need a redstone reception coil, right? It was reception, yes. We need copper gears. Well, we do need 2 pieces of bronze as well. And we're going to need a machine frame, which means we need 4 more iron. And we're going to need copper gears. We need tin, because we're going to need 1 tin gear as well. Alright, and then we need ourselves some wood. So we're going to need 2 copper gears. We're going to need tin gear, which means 1, 2, 3. I don't know why. Okay. And we're going to need some cobblestone for that. And we're going to need to smelt some sand as well. We're going to need more sand. And we're going to need 1 more sand in order to make this machine frame. Unfortunately, we don't have any more. Oh, we do. Thought we were out. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna grab the rest of the sand like I did before. Just because I need all of it. And it's not like it's really all that big of a deal to get rid of all this sand down here, you know? It's not like it's being any use just sitting in the world like this, other than maybe making things look a bit more natural, but this pool doesn't look very natural anyway. I mean, why is there just a big water pool in the middle of everything? Okay, anyway. I'm just making excuses for no reason. Alright. Okay, and then well, we don't need all this sand smelted, but we can smelt some of it. There we go. So that'll make our machine frame. Then we can go ahead and make a redstone reception coil. Like so. Okay, machine frame. Nice. Compactor. There we go. And then if we take some iron, we're making power still, which is great. Okay, if we take some iron, we just need one iron plate, I think, for this. So let's see. Just one ingot should do it. Alright, and then we're going to need a piece of nether quartz, which we're going to turn that back. What? Please tell me. Okay, nice pulverizer. That's why you're here. I'm fairly sure you can smelt nether quartz in this. So, alright, compactor to make a plate. Don't really need the second piece of nether quartz to do anything. Or the second block of nether quartz to be done, but okay. That's fine. Alright. One of these, alright. We gotta be up in the Thaumcraft table. And it probably needs some kind of V crystals along with it. You there. Yeah, air and aqua, as well as 50 V. So, let's come into here. Nope. There. Aqua and air. Nice. V resonator. Now the step up of the caster's gauntlet. 3 iron ingots, 4 leather, a thermometer, V resonator. One of all of the V crystals and 100 V, which we still have enough. Oh yeah, it is regenerating. That's interesting. Okay. Let's stick all of the V crystals in there real quick. And we'll put in what we have in order to just get the thing set up, right? And we're going to use our thermometer here since it's not that difficult to build another one. Alright. And then we need 4 leather. 1, 2. We need 1 more rotten flesh. Or we can just go kill a cow. Honestly, that's probably what we're going to do, but there we go. That'll make 3 leather, and then we just need to go kill a cow. Or a cow, because it's not a... It doesn't start with a vowel, so... Okay. Or an H. That's a chicken, not a cow. I hear a cow, though. There you are. Die, friend. Thank you, friend. Alright, and we're going to cook this beef, just so that we can have some steak. Because meat, all this corn and bread is great, but the meat, I mean, saves your life on that saturation. You've seen it be used before by me. This won't take long to smell it at all, so we're just going to grab it real quick. There we go. Alright. Now that'll go here, and then finally we can make ourselves. First, dump that in there because we can. Caster's Gauntlet. Hoo-wee. That's pretty cool. Complete. I have managed to put together a basic casting gauntlet, and I'm quite pleased with the result. It is still a bit rough, but that is to be expected from a prototype. Even as a prototype, it will prove useful, allowing me to make delicate adjustments or alteration of thaumaturgical devices, and safely manipulate them in all manner of ways. My initial experiments have shown that it is only able to draw V from a relatively small area around me. Should be careful not to deplete the aura. My main stumbling block now is that in its current state, it is little more than a magical wrench until I crack the secret of crafting foci. Its utility will be limited. The path before me is clear. Ooh. Love it. Alright. Artifice. We need alchemical metallurgy. Ooh. Oromancy. Ooh. Advanced foci. Elemental effects. Focus medium projectile. Focus punch. Pouch. Ooh. Basic oromancy. I have the casting glove, but now I need to craft the foci. The old scrolls aren't very clear on how to go about this, so I will need to find my own way. I have played with the idea of assembling a focus from crystals and using V to bind them together. My initial experiments have been failures, explosive failures. I think the answer I seek lies with an alchemical process. Using an ordo crystal as a core, I might be able to leverage its ordered structure to grow a focus around it. While this is happening, it should absorb Precantatio and Aurum Essentia. The result should hopefully be a crystal focus able to absorb and manipulate V. Blank Lesser Focus, Ordo V Crystal, 20 Vitreous, 10 Precantatio, and 5 Aurum. Okay. This is an interesting shape. How does it look? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like it. Okay, I haven't seen this before. This is cool. Okay, so we need... I just forgot. Okay. Saw the glove and I'm like, oh, that's great. Okay. Vitreous, Precantatio, and Aurum. We have some extra bottles that we are not using since we can't use them, which has Vitreous, but that's only 2 per. It's insane. We do have a bunch of glass panes, though. Hey! How much Vitreous did we need? 20? Oh yeah, we don't need these glass panes for anything right now. Let's toss some of them in there. Alright, we're gonna grab 20 glass panes. That's great. Okay. Precantatio and Aurum. Precantatio might be the difficult one, because we don't necessarily have just structured magic in anything. Aurum might also be difficult as well. I'm wondering... We might need to figure out how to combine Essentia. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Got a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're getting Precantatio or Aurum. Where do we get those from? Aurum Precantatio. Let's look at this. Aurum. How do we go about getting Aurum? Precantatio in air gives you Aurum from items. Nothing of this seems very easy to get. Force fields, that's funny. Silverwood we could get. I mean, I guess we could get some, build some more arcane workbenches as well. Silverwood might be about the easiest. Where can we get Precantatio? Air and Potentia? Enchanted books, of course. Okay, so looks like nether stars would solve our problem. No, we're not going for nether stars. Sorry, guys, we're not quite there yet. Portal gun? I didn't know there was portal guns in here. We might work on making that, but that will also require another star, I think. Just toss our Thaumanomicon in there, and it'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? What's the basic potions? Looks like golden apples. We can get golden apples, okay, but we don't have a whole lot of gold though. Now that I think about that. Oh, you only get 5 from the dragon egg? That's weird. But it makes sense, I guess, because it's not really magic, is it? It's, what is it? Alive, you know, it's an egg. Here's our blank lesser focus we're trying to make. It only gives you 3 back. That's funny. We can make some enchanted fabrics and get it, though. Okay, so that might be the way to do Precantatio, is make enchanted fabric, and then it gives us Precantatio. Okay, so then Aurum. Silverwood might be our only option for that. Let's see, is there a way with alchemy? There's got to be a way to combine Essentia, right? Essentia tubes, water jars, and labels. Essentia centrifuge. That might be what we need to do. Alumentum. Night ore is a useful substance. Provides heat, light, and is aesthetically pleasing. Unfortunately, it provides only slightly more heat than a torch, enough to slowly heat some water or keep you warm at night, but not enough for practical purposes like smelting ore. I need something more reactive. I should take some time to collect my thoughts and study the elements. Maybe there is a way to improve coal, like I did glowstone. I was right. I should be able to take a lump of coal and add more of the essentia it already contains, and possibly a little bit of perditio for extra kick. If my calculations are correct, the resulting substance, which I have called alimentum, should burn 3 times longer than normal coal. My calculations also show that the substance will be quite energetic, and I should take care not to chuck it about. Not unless I have a good reason to, that is. Okay, so we've got alimentum. Brass is a sturdy, low-friction metal, perfectly suited to craft intricate mechanical devices. Unfortunately, it is not always possible to get a hold of it due to the morphic properties of the universe I may find myself in. There should be a way to crafting it via alchemical transmutation. Simply need to find it. 5 instrumentum and an iron ingot. Well, that is kind of simple, isn't it? We can toss some of our... I think you need stone tools, or you need tools for instrumentum, so we can just toss some of our extra tools that we got over here, right? Wait, what? What? Oh, what? Okay, we can toss one of those in there, because, Yeah, all I'm going for, I'm not necessarily just wanting to get all of this, right? I'm trying to find a way to collect, combine Essentia, because if we can combine our Essentia, then that would allow us to make Precantatio and air. Brass. Metals have proven to be quite easy to manipulate via thaumaturgical principles. My first experiment has led to the discovery of alchemical brass, but it was a simple matter to create something that already exists. It's time to create something new. I've theorized that by infusing a base metal, like iron, with magical energy, should result in something with very interesting properties. Should be harder than iron, with the ability to accept enchantments beyond that which iron is normally capable of. A metal such as this should have many applications in the crafting of more advanced thaumaturgical devices. I need more precantatio for that. Oh, goodness. Silverwood might be the way to go. Alchemy theory. We need to continue our infusion theory. We need to get that done. But in order to do that, we need what? We needed our cognitio in a file. File of cognitio essentia. So let's make some files and see what we can get. Because I wonder how do we put our files? How do we get cognitio? Like, how do we get files and stuff, right? That's what we're looking for. I forget what we were using that igneous for, but, or no, the vitreous for, but, okay. So we just need some files. I need to make some more glass. I'm just making one set of files for now. I'm not worrying about making a bunch right now. But I want to find out how can we make files of cognitio essentia. How can we make files of essentia? I know we can stick, like if we get cognitio in the thing, we can get the, whatchamacallit, the cognitio V crystals by using that, but does the same thing happen if we stick, say, something like the zombie brain that we can apparently eat for whatever reason? Say we stick that in here. We can't use that, but how do we make them quartz slivers? By just taking quartz and splitting it. Okay, let's grab a piece of quartz, or let's grab a couple pieces of quartz. Make some slivers, and see if we can't make ourselves some essentia crystals, or V crystals. Cognitio V crystals. Nice! We got Victus, Cognitio, and Exanimus. Okay. Okay, anyway, that's nice. So now we have Cognitio V crystals. Can we use that for anything? To make arcane stone. To create Sunless Moon, just take 3 visc. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay. I want to put it into a file, right? Because we need to put it in a file to get ourselves Theory Arcane Infusion. But how do we put it in a file? That's something we have to use through alchemy, I'm fairly sure. Let me look it up. Let's see. Thaumcraft filing Or no, file. Let's see. Glass file, Thaumcraft 6. Store 10 units of any essentia at a time. I will not dispense or extract essentia from the container if there is less than 10 units of space or less than 10 units remaining respectively. Essentia Smeltery. Can we make one of those? Oh, we've got Artifice. But yeah, Essentia Smeltery. Right here. Okay. So anyway, let's check this out. Discovering Artifice. I've learned much, and one of those things is how much more I still have to learn. The worlds revealed to me are arcane and mysterious, with many invisible wonders and dangers. I need a tool that will allow me to see the unseen and ease my journey of discovery. The old texts I have read make mention of a set of goggles commonly used by thaumaturgists for just this purpose. Alas, the text does not mention exactly how they work, so I will need to design my own from first principles. We've already completed this. I have penned my own designs, based on the little information I could find and my own experimental findings. Time to put theory into practice. Not only will the goggles reveal hidden things, but they will also reduce the V cost of certain thaumaturgical tasks. Lastly, these goggles will allow me to see the V or essentia content of objects in the world, which will prove a great boon, I am sure. The most important thing I have learned, however, is the possibility of crafting delicate mechanical devices using magic and imbuing them with arcane power. Yeah, because we can use these instead of our thermometer, except for we can't do inventory scanning, but that's okay. We need 2 alchemical brass, which is easy, and then leather, and then a thermometer, a couple of thermometers. So we need more leather. We need 4 more leather. So let's come over here, kill these cows, or kill some more cows, and get some leather. I think this is the only cow over here, so it dropped 1 piece of leather. Oh, there's some more. Here we go. Or there is 1 more. 1 more piece of leather. So it's nice that we can just get V crystals of everything now, because I don't remember you ever being able to do that in the old version of Thaumcraft. 3 pieces of leather. Wish they would allow us to get more leather per cow. I know there's a way to get it, but wish it was more common is the thing. Like, because I know there's a chance, that obviously that cows drop more than 1 leather at a time, but it's not all that high. See right there, we got it. On the last one, it's like, why couldn't you have given it to me on one of the ones before so I didn't have to have 1 extra, right? But, oh well. That'll be okay. Leather is useful in different facets, so. This is an interesting place we've chosen to build our house, though. I enjoy it. Alright. Back home we go. Oh, that would have been good. Forgot for a minute that the farm was right next to the front door. Okay. And then we need to make a couple thermometers. 8. And we need 1 of every V crystal. So we need 2 of every V crystal. Actually, not every V crystal now. Just the primal V crystals. Because there are now V crystals that are not primal. So yeah. We need more aqua V crystals as well, which I think I saw some down in the place down there. But anyway. I think we're just using glass panes for, yeah, thermometers. Okay. Here and there. There and there. Then what does this require? 2 alchemical brass, or just regular brass? Well, we have 1 alchemical brass, and it seems easy to make, so we can just make another one by using instrumentum. And bronze gives us instrumentum. So I think we'll toss this axe in there, because I mean, really, what are we using a stone axe for when we have iron axes? And since we have these quartz shards, we may as well use the rest of our, like the rest of the essential that's in there to pick up on quartz shards, right? Yeah, easy. So yeah, so then we can use an iron ingot to complete it. So drop this in there. Alright, so now we have all these other things. That's nice to have, that we can just create those now. Yeah, it uses a lot of quartz, but that's okay, because we can get a lot of quartz. It's pretty simple to find, actually, compared to what they were making it sound like. Oh, we don't actually need V crystals for that. Okay. Baubles. Hoo-wee. How do we use them? I'm not quite sure. Do we have to have them here? No. Let's see. Options. Controls. Should be a Thaumcraft section, right? Inventory. Creative mode, multiplayer, miscellaneous, applied energistics, chiseled bits. Co-FH, cycle item mode, okay, crafting tweaks, feed the beast mods, grab a suit, IC2, inventory tweaks mine together, modular power suits, more overlays, Numina, Railcraft, Reliquary, smooth font, tech reborn, Thaumcraft, misc caster toggle, change caster focus. I am not sure. Okay. Well, I have the artifice things. So I have them now for however they work. Yeah, these. I'm now ready to begin crafting magical mechanics and intricate arcane devices. Simple arcane mechanism, complex arcane mechanism, mirrored glass. Okay, that's kind of cool. We have all these things now. But back to where we were going, which was discovering Gollemancy. This book has taught me many things. How to manipulate matter and magic on a fundamental level, how to imbue objects with magical properties, and even how to draw magic from the very air around me. Still, some things elude me. There's some very basic but amazingly magical things almost anyone can do. Just stacking a few blocks together in the right pattern will cause them to transform into semi-sentient animated golems. How is this possible? Why would it even happen? Is the aura somehow responsible for this? I should study this phenomena more closely. Phenomenon. Study an animated construct? Animated construct. How do I make an animated construct is the thing. I'm not sure. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. We need to make an Essentia smelter. Just need one of every crystal through our hands of the standard crystals. Alright, I see a time fast approaching where I will need to have ready access to multiple different kinds of Essentia. For that I will need a source and the most obvious is the Essentia found in, well, everything. Using alchemical principles, I should be able to find a way to break down objects and convert them into Essentia. Before I can start, however, I will need to study Essentia in the purest form available to me, V crystals. By subjecting these crystals to destructive testing, I should be able to determine how they react in various extremes and the best way to preserve their purity. I should start with primal essentia. My experiments are promising, if a bit unpredictable. Fortunately, the fires were easily quenched and my hair should grow back in a few days. It seems melting objects down in a special alchemical process is my best option. Unfortunately, my tests so far have been on primal crystals. I should also test my finding on crystals containing secondary essentia. That is essentia made up of a combination of two primal aspects. A third tier known as tertiary essentia also exists. That is essentia made up of a mixture of primal and secondary aspects, or two secondary aspects. Vacuose, lux, modus, gelum, vitreous, metallum, potentia, permutatio, okay, and mortuus. So yeah, so I need to stick. So these are all tertiary. So I need to write this down somewhere. I'm going to pull out a notepad over here so that I can write all this down. So we need, what do we need? Vacuose. We need lux. We need motus. We need gelum. We need vitreous. We need metallum. We need mortuus, because we have a victus. So we have to have these things on us. Potentia. And permutatio. Okay, so let's grab our victus back out. So we have victus. Let's take a look at our aspects of essentia. So what is exanimus? Mortius and motus. If we put exanimus in there, can I get... Well, that's not helping me. Okay, I'm wondering if... Can I make the essentia smeltery? I think I can just go ahead and craft it, can I? No, I can't. That's the issue. Well. See, that's what I need, is the essentia smeltery. I need to be able to make it, right? But, oh well. Okay, so we need to find something that has all of these things in it. So we need vacuose, which we can get from our glass bottles. So we just toss one of those in there. We're going to need some more quartz slivers, so I'm just going to make some. Okay. And that will also give us vitreous. We need lux, which means we can toss a torch in there. That will give us lux, and what is that secondary one called? Bestia? Bestia we don't need, but we'll get some of that anyway. We'll probably need that in the next step anyway. So that'll give us lux, so we're going to toss these things in there. We need gelum, which looks like what? What does gelum look like? Gelum is ice, which none of that gives us any ice, or gelum, I mean. Hold on. I don't know why this is the way it is, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to need to make another thermometer just to have one. And we're running low on aqua. Which I've said that already, but that's, you know. Okay, so those, and those. I guess we have been using our glass panes for our thermometers, so that's kind of nice. But anyway. So let's see. So we've just made another thermometer, so this should... What? Oh, I thought... Oh, haven't had raw beef before? Interesting. Or leather. Or a bucket. For whatever reason. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, anyway, back to what we were doing. We need to find... let's see, we have Vitreous, Vacuos, Lux. We need Motus. I wish there was a way to just like stick an animal in there, right? Because they have Motus when they're alive. But when they're dead, there's no Motus anymore. Because, you know, they're not moving. Okay, Metallum is going to come from iron. Yeah. So let me mark the ones off that we have on the list. We have Lux, Vacuos, we have Vitreous, have Metallum, Appetite will give us some Potentia. We need Mortuous is Spider Eye will give us Mortuous. Okay. That will give us Mortuous. And what is the owl? I forget. Owl is Census, which we don't need. Let's see. We do need, however. So Spider Eye will give us Mortuous. Need Permutatio, which that okay. And some I know which ones we're looking for now. I'm not seeing any of them though. That one will give Motus, but that would just be a waste of that. Rubber will give us Motus. Ooh, and Instrumentum, which we have some, but you know, Track. That's Motus because I don't want to waste this rubber. Okay. So we've got Motus now. The last two things we need are Gellum and Permutatio. So let's sleep and then we'll toss these things in there. So I don't know how we get Permutatio and Gellum. I think Gellum we need ice. And Permutatio we need, well, I don't know what we'd need for Permutatio, but something that mixes things, you know. Or it changes things is what we'd have to have. Okay. So we're gonna toss that. Well, I couldn't really get away from that now, could I? I should have. But I could have used my shield, I guess. Oh well. We need more appetite than that. Okay, we've got Motus. We need. So we need more Motus. We need more. We need Motus. We don't have. Oh yeah, because we didn't throw the track in there. So yeah, now we have, because it takes 2 per, so we need 2 more appetite to stick in there. We need the appetite will give us potentia. So let's go get 2 more appetite since they're only 1 apiece. Which I guess appetite, at least it's used for something now, right? Yeah. So that's all that matters. Okay. That's a creeper. Another one. Okay, we got potentia. Now, like I said, we need permutatio and we need gellum. Which we get from what? I am not quite sure. This might be something we won't be able to achieve today. But we can look. Let's see. Gellum. Permutatio. That's not the one I wanted to use. Alright. That's all way too expensive stuff. At least it's what it looks like. The 10 dispenser we could do, dropper we could do easy. Dropper is what we're going to use. Because that's an easy to make some item. We have all the stuff we need for it. We just need cobblestone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we need a piece of redstone. And that gives us a dropper that we can drop into the crucible and then get some more stuff from. We can at least get permutatio from it. What? We didn't get any permutatio from that. There, we got 1 permutatio. We need more quartz. We're running out of quartz. Alright, we're going to just take 8 of these and toss them in the... whatchamacallit. This. Alright, and then last thing we need is Gellum. So in order to get Gellum, Gellum is from ice, like I said. Snowball, which we can get. Hey, I'm an idiot. I knew it was ice, but I'm like, snow ain't what we can get it from. And yes, it is. You can just literally get stuff straight from snow. Okay. 2, that's a lot. I wasn't expecting quite that much, but that's okay. What? Just made another stack? Okay then. What do I not need in here right now? Gunpowder. Can use this. Just, that's the only thing you can use this for is these. I didn't realize how much it made, but that's okay. We have enough, plenty of quartz. So I'm gonna toss like that much in there and be good. Okay. Is there anything left in here that I can get? Nothing. Okay, so snow should be relatively simple to get to. And that piece of dirt's just gonna fill up my inventory. Long distance shot. Oh, I fell. I was gonna try and just yoink the snowball into there. That's not what I wanted to do. Complete. I've managed to break down all my samples of primary and secondary essentia into a liquid state. The process has been slow and tedious, however. Until I simplify the process, it will never be practical for large scale. Luckily, extracting essentia from objects has a lot in common with the smelting of metals. Using a furnace as a base, I might be able to create an essentia smeltery that automatically melts down items and separates out individual types of essentia. Yes! Essentia smeltery! Thank goodness! Okay. Ignis V crystal, cobblestone, brass plate, crucible, furnace. Okay, now let's go toss all these crystals back up because we have so many of them. And we're going to, unfortunately, in order to continue with this, we're going to have to craft an alchemy theory. And we're in the middle of another theory. The whole point of this was to try and get the infusion theory, but that's okay. So yeah, crystals, we can stick that stuff in there for now. Okay. Now, finally, we can make Essentia Smeltery. We need some brass plates, though. Compactors, stick some brass ingots in it. Yeah. So we're just going to take regular, the regular way to make alchemical brass and do that. So yeah, iron. And we needed the instrumentum, which we should have some. Oh. That's not helpful at all. That's Tech Reborn. Why can't Thaumcraft stuff show up in here? Well, can you make brass in another easier way? Brass dust. Induction smelter. It's 3 pulverized copper and a zinc ingot. Can I make zinc in another way other than just another thing? Zinc dust. And the zinc ore. Zinc ore. Oh, so you can just find zinc? That's interesting. Sphalerite as well, yeah. Zinc. Okay, so you just have to find zinc. Well, we don't have any zinc, do we? Seems like it might be a little bit rare. Yeah, so the whole making alchemical brass is a lot easier than tech reborn brass. Now we're not going to be able to use, we don't have enough time to use the Essentia smeltery, but I want to at least make it before we go today. So we're going to need some instrumentum, which probably just means crafting some more stone tools and using it, right? Oh, we could just toss our extra wood table in there. I guess 1 instrumentum. Yeah, you can hardly get instrumentum from anything, it seems like. Yeah, so we're going to need 5 instrumentum if we're going to want any of it. Okay, so we're going to have to just go ahead and let's make some more stone, a couple more stone tools, you know? Let's see, how much does 1 stone pickaxe give you? 8, so we're going to need 2 in order to make what we need. Okay. We're going to have to make another Salus Mundus for a crucible. I didn't want to put my stake in there, but okay. Well, now we got some more of those things, so yeah. Okay, whatever. Be alright. Man, that was some nice steak, too. Okay, so we got our brass. Let's toss it in the plate machine, or the compactor. And that'll make us our plates. And then we just need to make a crucible real quick. Let's go ahead and get started on that while we're waiting on this thing. We're going to need, we can use any 3 kinds of V crystals. As long as they're different. So, you know, we can use whatever we want. Yeah. We're still going to use the same ones because we just have so many of them, but still. It is kind of cool. We can just use any V crystals. So if we find any element easier to find, you know, which I doubt, then we can just use it. Okay, and then we are going to need that for the cauldron. So the flint and the bowl are supposed to represent a mortar and pestle, I think. Which is kind of cool. Okay, and then we needed cobblestone. 2, 3, 4, 5. Need 2 brass plates in the crucible. And what did we need in the middle? Furnace, obviously. What else would be in the middle of an Essentia furnace? Nice. And then do we need any Yeah, we need an Ignis V crystal and 50V. Essentia smeltery. Yes. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Might set this, well, I hope it doesn't give off poisonous radiation or whatever, you know, the whole thing, but I'll set this here. Okay. Now, just to test it out, we needed Cognitio. We're going to go ahead and just try this by sticking some Cognitio V crystals. We're going to stick some, holy goodness. I didn't want to stick leather in there, but okay, so it also gives off that purple stuff. So we're going to put it out here with the other. I thought we could take the Essentia and turn it into other stuff. I thought we could use it, put it into files. That's so annoying. We can't, can we? Separates out individual types of Essentia, because it's just mixed Essentia, isn't it? Until we can separate it out. Oh well. Oh well, but anyway, we've done some decent Thaumcraft stuff today. We may or may not continue in the next episode, so I hope you all have enjoyed watching. Look at the goggles, that's hilarious. This episode. You can leave some comments down below. Let me know what I did wrong, what I can do better, or just that you like the video. You know, whatever you want to do. We did some heavy Thaumcraft today. I say heavy. We didn't get very far. We got through a little bit of alchemy, and we got to an Essentia smelter, and that's it. What I wanted to do was get to the whole infusion stuff. I wanted to start into that, but we weren't anywhere near getting to that. So, oh well. Thaumcraft 6 is a lot more difficult than Thaumcraft 4. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. This is me signing off, and I've been producing videos. Thanks for watching.